The truly breathtaking city of Stockholm, the Swedish capital and 8th leg of 19 of the Longines Global Champions Tour, and be prepared. The overall standings for the championship so far see Daniel Deusser at the top of the line, still holding on to that spot. Long-time leader Peter de Vos is down into second place now, and seeing others come close on the challenge with those top two riders not competing here this week. The likes of Ben Mayer and Petter Fredriksson could certainly capitalise on a good finish. Round one on a tough course, a big course, and one in an unusually shaped arena, one that was challenging several. But for those that started to master it, it was the younger Jos Valoy, already a podium finisher this year with Caracas, that would give us the first clear on the board. Ben Mayer, last year's champion, on a 9-year-old horse, but we've seen him do big things on that before. This time Jane Clark's Concona would deliver the clear for him, putting in the mix. Marco Kutscher, we've seen more and more from Shades of Blue over the coming weeks, and for them to produce the clear meant another class act in the jump-off. Scott Brash, after second place in Cannes, would go so ever so close, but finishing on the one down. Home hopes would be carried by Malin Bayard Jonsson and H&M Indiana. Podium finishers in Miami would put themselves with a clear, in with a chance, amongst a whole group of Swedes in the first round and progressing to the jump-off. Included in that incredible lineup is the world number 2, Petter Fredriksson, and H&M All In. Riding his European Championship horse, he would put himself in with a chance as well. Henrik von Eckermann would also have the home hopes carried with him, but a fence down on Tovek's Mary Lou would mean they wouldn't get the dream finish. Niall Nassar from pole position in the first round again would drop a fence for the combination that finished second in Hamburg. Lucifer, afraid, would have a devil of a time of making it in, and they were out. It was a fantastic lineup though for the jump-off. The jump-off with 10 of them in all. Jos Valoy will be the man to kick things off. Leopold van Asten, Lorenzo De Luca of Italy, potentially to give a quick start. Ben Mayer on an unproven 9-year-old so far that he thinks a lot of, and then down towards the end, the home hopes of Malin Bayard Jonsson and Petter Fredriksson, but could be upset by the tall Dutchman, Frank Schutters. Jos Valoy first to go. The Euro horse's Caracas.
Off he goes. Volkswagen, roll back now. No tracé of other riders to follow. Good shot to stadium. Perfect into the combination. Good riding from Valoy. Outside turn, no inside turn to Stockholm City. Slices it. Great. Slows down a little bit to Norrviken. And now for the finish. Come on, Valoy. Open up, open up. And he's home on double clear.
Has to just take a little care to the finish. 36.82 will be the time for Jos Valoy. Leopold van Asten and those fast sprinting VDL group miss untouchable.
Fabergé, first vertical. Seven strides to Volkswagen. Much tighter than Valoy. Oh, this is tight. What a great shot from Van Asten. How neat can he bring her to the double? Oh, that's a little bit. Had to check once to get the fitting distance. Valoy had the forward flow. He is 0.2 of a second behind on the clock of Valoy. But again, Van Asten is tied to this vertical. Caracas had the bigger stride, but Van Asten maybe has the gallop and the bravery to get there. And the time is slower.
37.33, it is slower. So Leopold van Asten sits behind and gives us a good indicator. Jos Valoy was fast, 36.82. Whether it's fast enough. Twice winner on the Longines Global Champions Touring Grand Prix, Leopold van Asten, Estoril and Valkenswaard in his career. Edged out here, but gives it a good shot. Push, push, push. Oh, deflation.
Yeah, and he rode his heart out. Half a second slower.
He may smile sometimes. Now he's got the game face on. Lorenzo De Luca of Italy. The Air Force colours is going to need a jet streaming round here to get in front of Jos Verlooy. Enzo de Litrange, a past winner on the tour for the Italian. He won Shanghai and he won Valkenswaard in the same season back in 2017.
Oh, what a ride! Oh, he went in for the 6 and he just couldn't make it over the back rail. Very brave riding from Lorenzo De Luca. Through the double. Slows down now. His time, you can't compare it anymore. Took a very wide turn after that fold up to stadium in that rollback.
Comes home on the 4. 43.24 eased off there, and it is into third so far. Lorenzo De Luca, Enzo de Litrange, but third of 3. 1 down. Remember, leading time 36.82. On to our 4th of the 10. Michael G. Duffy. Another chance on the big stage for this young Irishman. Carl Hanley Sport Horses Lappuccino. He was so elated with a good round in round 1. It's put them back on a more even keel of what we'd expect from this pair. Touch.
6 strides easily. The horse has got the bigger step. He's a little bit slower. He's a little bit slower over the ground, but the stride is massive, enormous. Beautiful shot into the combination. What a great distance Michael G. Duffy gave Lappuccino. Spent a little bit of longer time, more time in the air over the Oxer, but then again with that massive stride, and Lappuccino is really working along, opening up over the verticals. Come on, man. 36.82.
Not fast enough.
No.
It's good, but it's not fast enough. 38.58. Happy enough with that. Double clear. Jos Verlooy has to wait it out now. Each one coming makes you a little more twitchy. Michael G. Duffy, solid round into third place, 38.58. Ben Mayer, holder of the title of the Longines Global Champions Tour champion on this 9-year-old Jane Clark Concona. New record here in Stockholm. It's the first time we've run here.
If all of them come in on 6, did De Luca try to do it on 5? I don't know.
Slick so far. Second in Doha with explosion. Time-wise, still a fraction behind.
Yep. The mare isn't that experienced in jump-offs at this 5-star Grand Prix level. Nevertheless, she isn't slow. 36.82. No, not gonna make it.
Just a clip of the last. 37.91 finishes on 4. He was just over a second adrift for Ben Mayer, as you say, Horseman. Not the exposure so far. The 9-year-old Concona, but still going to be a class combination to come, and finish on 1 down for the Brit. He goes into 4th place. Verlooy trying to look relaxed,
Was she not
edgy.
Was she not one of the co-owners of Eros of Van Krasinski that passed away last week?
Could have been.
Yep.
Vil Vermeer, 6th of the lineup of the 10.
An enormous stepping horse. Even a short 6 in this approach. However, it drifts a bit but gives him a tight turn. Steady through the double. Stretches easily over the back rail. Slices Stockholm. Balancing act to Norwegian. A little bit deep. Didn't get the great distance.
Time-wise, it's not going to be far away. Big stride to the finish, and he's going to be over the line in 37.35, but one down. And so Willem Vermeer will go into 4th place. Otherwise, it would have been 3rd. Would have just got that 1 place more with the clear. A good opportunity for him, and just not quite converted. As you say, got tight into this vertical then, couldn't find the room. And just maybe took him a fraction off the pace there. Valois breathes a sigh of release. I can't watch this. Each one that keeps coming at him. Valois has the waiting game.
4 to go.
36.82 his leading time. Now look at those compared to the times. It's the fastest of them. No one's got near his time yet. Four left. Germany, Netherlands, double Sweden. Marco Kutscher, shades of blue. Again, an 11-year-old, but not over-tested in this yet, but in the hands of a man who's been there and done it. Three-time winner of Grand Prix on the tour.
6. This is a horse much faster over the jumps. 11 years old, tied to stadium. Little bit slower, maybe into this double. What does the split time tell us? Yep. Ooh,
fraction faster.
Come on, Marco.
Neat.
A little bit unbalanced there with the lead change. Didn't get the first distance, and just like Vermeer, teammates with the same fault. Kutcher's out.
So Kutscher goes onto the sidelines, finish on the 4:37.94. He goes into 6th place. So still, Valois hangs on.
3 to go. Yep.
Schutters, Jonsson, Fredriksson left to come. 3 left to fire. Valois leads. 36.82, Caracas. Podium finisher before now, never gone to the top step. This man did in Valkenswaard on his first attempt last year. He was a surprise out of the pack then, he's less of a surprise now. The tall Dutchman, Frank Schutters, Joslan Six, and Anotras Lionel D. Again, another one that hasn't been exposed too much at this level yet. But we could have said a similar thing last season.
Lansing was there in Valkenswaard last year with Keltish champion when he won the Grand Prix. The Grand Prix that basically put him in the spotlight to get a spot on the team of Valkenswaard United. Now Lansing is not here. He's on his own. He has to prove it right here, right now. Quite wide in his rollback, rides up to stadium. It's gonna be close to the time of Valois.
Far away.
Half a second. Where can he make it up? Can he make it up? Oof.
If he pulls this off,
Come
yes
on
he
now.
does.
36.82. It's possible for his second Grand Prix win in his career.
Keep coming.
Here in
36.90.08. Oh, there are sparks coming off Valois' hands right now. He is just so close. Whoa. Electricity in the building. In seconds, Frank Schutters and Lionel D. Jos Valois, just by the tips of his very fingernails, hangs on. Push, push, push. Yeah. Oh.
But Verlooy,
Sparky.
Verlooy is on the podium.
Verlooy is on the podium. Watch and wait. Watch and wait.
Oh, the disappointment.
But this is what they've been waiting for. 2 left, 2 for Sweden. Could it be the perfect finish here in Stockholm for the very first time for the home nation? There we see Verlooy leads, Schuttert into second, 36.82, 36.90. All the smiling, all of that is over now. Face on focus, podium finishes already this season. Malin Jonsson, an Olympic and World Championship silver medalist. Silver is not the colour she wants today, it's gold. One of the leading horses on the world circuit right now. H&M Indiana.
She got launched quite far behind the Oxer. Gets a very good rollback. Ooh, that was tight. Good shot into the double. The mare doesn't want to make a fault, and she's quicker. Is she? Yeah, she is quicker by a second.
This turn is the one. She tries to give herself space.
You've got time, you've got time. Come on now, come on, Malin. For the win here, for the top position in Stockholm.
Fire to the top.
Yeah.
It is 35-36. The Swede swings in. And Malin Jonsson, is it enough to book a place in Prague? Jos Verlooy almost just welling up there. He thought he'd got it, but he'd got 2 major hitters coming at the end. Malin Jonsson takes the lead, at worst she's second. Sweden are on the podium here in Stockholm, and the place erupts, absolutely rocks. Verlooy, the disappointment on his face. So close, so close. His heart drops to his boots. Hers is probably trying to burst out. And that mare, I'm not surprised you'd feel love for that one. That is a superstar. And the 2 together are leading ladies. Wow. Malin Jonsson gives them a chance of a home win. Whatever happens, it's going to be a home win. Fredriksson goes last.
Yep.
Sweden are going to win it.
Oh. 35-36. The time to beat with 1 man left to go. Both running for the H&M team, both running for the same nation. Friends, colleagues and partners, but now it's a different story.
Last to go. European champion, Olympic and world medalist. He will have calculated this to the finest degree. The music drops. H&M all in. His European Championship partner. He's got to go and beat a good friend, a teammate, but this is where the gloves come off. 35-36 to beat. Malin Jonsson heads the table here in Stockholm in this Fabergé presented Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix. Last to go. The world number 2. Can he get it? Good turn. He's motoring.
Going to get a split time here, Stephen. He's faster. He's
is
faster by more than half a second. Peter has got everything in his hands now. She was a little bit slower here to Norrviken. Peter Fredriksson can win this Grand Prix in Stockholm. If he leaves this one up, he's much quicker. Get in there!
He's got it.
Boom,
He's got it. 33.95.
Woo!
The Swede steams to victory.
Look at that.
What a finish. He books his place in Prague once again. And the man is a genius. Peter Fredriksson, with a record envied by so many, is the first ever winner on home soil of the Stockholm Grand Prix.
Unreal.
That is elation.
Unreal! Oh! This is the things that dreams are made of. The perfect scenario with the perfect winner. Peter Fredriksson and H&M All-In win the Longines Global Champions Tour Grand Prix of Stockholm, presented by Fabergé. It is their second LGCT Grand Prix win after Cannes last year, and exactly 1 year later, he books his second. The crossed forelegs, as always, of All-Star, and there the confirmation that is his. And what a weekend it has been. Peder Fredriksson, Malin Baryard-Jonsson, a Swedish 1-2, a pity for Malin, but nevertheless a great result here in her home country. Jos Verlooy jumps onto the podium, Frank Schudert is 4, 5 van Asten, Duffy, Vermeer and Meer, and then Marco Kutscher and Lorenzo De Luca. But what a massive win for Peder Fredriksson.
Well, huge congratulations. Peder Fredriksson, talk about saving the best till last.
Thank you. I'm so happy. It's a great feeling winning in front of this home crowd here in Sweden.
You unfortunately had to beat a fellow Swede.
I know, and she was really fast. I saw her, but just before I went in, and I thought it's going to be really difficult to beat because she was crazy fast. You know, today was just my day.
You've had some big wins through your career. I'm sure this is right up there on the emotion front.
Today it feels like the biggest one.
And I think we'll get the best comparison out in a head-to-head between two Swedish riders here in the Stockholm Stadium. There they are, the start for Malin Baryard-Jonsson on the right, Peder Fredriksson on the left, and here still on par. How's the rollback? Just a fraction, a hair ahead of Malin, maybe, but this feels like the spot where Fredrik made it better. Just one stride less into the combination, just a little bit tighter into the combination. And here he's ahead, and he keeps the lead, he extends the lead up to Norrviken. Long jump, not the perfect distance if you would ask him, but he left it up, and then a great finish, the forward track up to Longines Global Champions Tour, and then a massive win. This is the overall ranking. Daniel Doyce leads. Peder Fredriksson moves up to third and is just behind Peter de Vos, who is in second. Ben Meer also leaps over Niels Bruinseels, who is now fifth. And then Michael van der Vleuten and the rest of the field. Even Malin comes into the top 8. So the Swedish really have made their mark, put down their foot here in Stockholm at the 8th leg of the season. Jos Verlooy also a big jump upwards for him, now sitting in 9th. With there in 10, Jérôme Guéry, another one who's pre-qualified for the Longines Global Champions Tour Super Grand Prix in Prague. And the rest of the overall ranking as it stands here after leg 8 in Stockholm.
He's already off and running. Peder Fredriksson, part of a Swedish 1-2 with Malin Baryard-Jonsson, Jos Verlooy completing the lineup. That has been a pleasure and a privilege to bring you from here in Stockholm. The Swedish people have been just so welcoming. Join us for the next stage of the Longines Global Champions Tour as we head to another classic down to the coast of Estoril and Cascais in Portugal.